Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to share today's update with you guys because I have 2 more empties. So I work on 10 products at a time in this project to finish. Once I finish something, I roll in something else in its place to finish that one as well. And it's been going really great for me for past few years because I've been able to go through so many products in my collection, and this project played major role in that. And before we dive into the update and see comparison pictures, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Ravneet and I make a lot of panning videos. I like to do more eyeshadow related project pans, but I like to do this project pan and deck of panning, which I haven't updated in a while. But yeah, I tend to work on non-eyeshadow makeup products in these projects, and this project is exclusively for non-eyeshadow makeup items. And let's look at our very first product, which is an empty. So I was working on this MAC trial sized powder. It had 1.5 grams of product, but it was really hard pressed, so it took me tons of uses to get through it, and it's finally done. So I used it 16 more times to finish it. In total, it took me 44 uses in this project to finish it up. I had prior uses on this this face powder as well. This was a really nice mattifying powder. I enjoyed my time with this one. So this is our very first empty. Let's move on to the product that we used 16 times since rolling it in, because we rolled it in last update. And this is my Essence Pure Nude highlighter in the shade 10 Be My Highlight. And this is how it's looking like today. So I used it 16 times and it had a big tip already when I rolled it in. So I've been using it mostly as a face highlighter, sometimes in my inner corners and on my brow bone. And whenever I do that, I tend to use a tinier brush, which helps to deepen out the tip. But most of the times I just use it on my face with a very light hand to apply it and a fluffier brush. So yeah, it's not moving that fast. In contrast to this one, we have our e.l.f. face powder that is moving really fast. I wouldn't say that I'm flying through it, but relatively it is actually moving really faster. And since last update, I used it 19 times, and the pan has tremendously expanded because I repressed it, I guess, last update or maybe last to last update. I didn't repress all of it, just the parts of it that were crumbling, and I'm really hopeful that I'll be able to finish it up before end of this year. Next product is something that's certainly going to be empty by next update, and that's my Faces Bold Wine lipstick. So I depotted it or decanned it, detubed it to this tinier lipstick container, and this is how it's looking like today. There's not a ton of product remaining. I used it 17 times since last update. I'm wearing it today under a lip gloss as well, so I am actually using it quite a lot. I mixed it with other lipsticks as well as with lip liners, and that way I was able to make such a good progress on this one, and this is finally going to be done for sure before end of next update. On next product, I have really exciting progress. This is my e.l.f. cream liner, and we have finally managed to hit the bottom of this eyeliner. I used it a total of 24 times since last update, and this is moving really nicely. I mean, I'm using it a lot as well. I'm using it every time I wear my eye makeup. Maybe not each time, but most of the days. And I also wore it in my outer corners, so that helped to move it a little bit faster. I am really optimistic that this will be done hopefully in 6 months, maybe less than that, if I use it more often as eyeliner as well as eyeshadow for my outer corners. Next product is also something that is on the verge of finishing, and that's my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I used it 23 times since last update, and you can see we are approaching the end of this pencil, and there is a huge hole in the center of the product. I think all the product that is remaining on this one is just sticking to the edges. I'm still able to sharpen it, so yeah, I'll continue using it until all of this product is gone. But yeah, I used it 23 times, and I think we'll finally get it done this year. And next product is this Ordinary Concealer, and we rolled it in last update. I used it 12 times. I only use a very tiny amount of product. I just wear it under my eyes and I really enjoy wearing it that way. So there is not a lot of visible progress, but I'm still using it. We also rolled in this BH powder last update. It is a powder, but it's dark on my skin tone. So I use it as a bronzer, so I call it as a bronzer, and I log it as a bronzer in my bronzer category. So I used it 17 times since rolling it in, and it had a ton of progress already. We are super close to the pan. You can see those honeycomb pattern on the pan underneath. It's very prominent now. If I continue to use it the way I'm using it, maybe we'll hit pan on this one by next update. If not the complete pan, then I'm pretty sure we'll be able to expose these ridges. And let's get to our next empty, which is this Wet n Wild Wear It All lipstick. Last update, we didn't have a lot of product remaining and I used it 12 more times to get it done. It took me a total of 105 uses to finish this entire product. There is still a lot of product remaining in the tube, but it had started to scratch my lips, so I'm keeping it aside because I want to franken a bunch of lipsticks together and we'll see if we'll make it into that project. I'm not looking to do it anytime soon. Or maybe I just depot it and put it somewhere else because I really like the color, but for now I'm calling it done. Moving on to the last product. This is our NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Rome. I really like the color and I used it 5 times because I was hyper focusing on finishing Wear It All from Wet n Wild and Faces Bold Wine lipstick, so that's why I kind of put this next one on back burner, but I am going to be using it now that I have finished Wear It All, and I'm also going to be finishing this one very soon. Visibly, there's not any progress to see. I removed its stopper long time ago, but this formula is very pigmented. I don't need a ton of it to coat my entire lips, so yeah, it's gonna stay here for quite a long time according to my projections. And now let's move on to the exciting part where we are going to roll into new products. So to replace this MAC powder, I'm rolling in another trial size product, which is my One Size Loose Setting Powder. This is in the shade Translucent and it had 2 grams of product. It doesn't have 2 grams of product now for sure, because I had used it a ton in the past and it is about to get done. There is not a ton of product remaining in this jar, so I am hoping that I'll be able to finish it by end of this year. I was trying to collect all the product on one side, but I don't think there's a lot of it remaining and it's also kind of clinging to the edges of the jar. But yeah, there is not a ton of product and hopefully we'll be able to finish it this year. I only have 2 powders in my collection left now after finishing the MAC one. I have this and I have this one from e.l.f. and both of them are in this project. I used this powder and I also used MAC powder to set my under eyes because these were very light. This is again very lightweight. On the other hand, the e.l.f. one is a heavier sort of powder foundation, so I just use it as a powder foundation. I don't put it anywhere near my eyes because elsewise it makes them very cakey. So yeah, I have use for both of these powders for different sort of applications. And next product I'm rolling in is a lipstick. Yes, I am really trying to use more of my lipsticks this year. And this one comes from AOA Studio and it's from their Venetian Romance collection. I'm gonna be honest, I simply bought it for the packaging. Yeah, I don't know, I just have a thing for beautiful lipstick packaging. Like, I don't really care for packaging for any other makeup product, but when it comes to lipsticks, I really like it. I've been eyeing those Milani lipsticks because they have those studded lipstick tubes. I'm not buying any more lipsticks as of now, so yeah, I haven't bought it, but that's on my wish list for sure. In order to open this one, you have to like rotate it. The shade is called Folly. It's a beautiful shade, but it is a very dry formula. So yeah, if you have dry lips, I would really not recommend this product. The only reason I brought it into this project is because it moves really fast. I mean, relatively faster than some of the other pigmented lipsticks. And I can always pair it with my other hydrating lipsticks to get more use out of this one, and I like the color as well. That's the main reason I still have it in my collection, and you can see how beautiful the color is. So I'm really looking forward to use it, and hopefully we'll get through another lipstick by end of this year. For comparison, this is what NYX Rome looks like. It's a bit darker than Folly, and I'm swatching Wet n Wild Bare It All as well, and this is what Bare It All looks like. So yeah, I really like these kind of colors, and I think this is my favorite out of these two because it's most wearable. But yeah, I like both of them as well. I definitely have to repot the Bare It All lipstick someplace. But yeah, that's all I have for today's update. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching, wherever in the world you are. I will see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.